What is up, guys? Welcome to a new video. So something a bit different today. I just got my ass kicked by one of these builds and I decided to look into it afterwards because it looked really troll, and it turns out it actually, well, it is, but it's really good. Let me know what you think of this down in the comments. You're gonna think I am a bit of a troll, and actually I'm not, I swear. Okay, Dark Seal with refillable potions is pretty common on Singed, right? The refillable gets changed into corrupting potion pretty soon after that, so you get a bit more damage as well. And Dark Seal is a lot better for Singed than most champions. It gives us better healing from those potions as well. This build is really saying like, okay, if we have one of them and it's really good, why not get 4 of them instead now as well? Sometimes they even buy 5 actually if they're really far ahead. It sounds pretty dumb getting the same item like 4 or 5 times, just stacking them in your inventory, but this is legit really good and leading Singed to be a nightmare at high elo. So basically you should probably abuse this while you can. So there are 2 guys I've been watching now for a while do this. Both have above 57% win rates on Singed at the moment in Challenger and a Master tier. The Challenger guy was actually Master last season, but this is how he broke into Challenger, and the same for the other guy. Like, he was Diamond 1 last season and he broke into Master using this. Both play this a little bit differently later, but the start is the same. They're doing really well, climbing a ton. Singed does not build that much AP anymore. ZZ Rot, Locket, Righteous Glory mostly is kind of the tanky build. Rylai's maybe though. The higher elo ones have actually stopped that kind of now. This is a really cheap way to get loads of AP and damage early, more sustain, more mana, health, without actually screwing yourself over. Basically what we are doing with this build is making you a crap ton stronger early game and way more deadly, so you're likely going to kill people more. Now we are going to explain this properly though, because you're not really going to understand why it's actually so good if I don't. There are a lot of different things working together to make it so good. It will be kind of in depth just because there's no other way to show you exactly why it's so good in so many different ways. So the first thing is the item itself. What you actually get from it is 350 gold and you get 100 mana, 15 AP and 25% increase healing from potions, and that is from every single one of them. So if you get 4 of them, you get 4 times those stats, but you only get the passive part from one of them. So it's 3 AP per stack of glory, maximum 10 stacks or 30 AP. 2 stacks for a kill, 1 stack for assist, you lose 4 if you die, and that's only on one of them. So you get the basic stuff and the extra healing from each additional Dark Seal, but you only get the glory stacks once, and this is why most people are going to be like, why are you stacking them, you idiot? You don't get more AP, you don't get like more Magi stacks, and yeah, you're kind of right, but that is actually fine. Cost is a big part of it. Lots of items stack, but you don't want to get loads of them, so what is the point of doing this one? What is the point of getting loads of Dark Seals? Just to show you what I mean, a Doran's Ring, right, is 400 gold and you get back 160, so you've lost 240 gold if you sell it, and it's 40% you can sell it for of what it was worth originally. Dark Seal is 350, you get back 245 though, so you've only lost 105 gold because you're getting back 70% of what it was worth. So stacking is normally a bad idea if it doesn't build into stuff, because eventually you have to sell them to get bigger items, and when you do, you've wasted a bunch of gold. This is why you don't stack Dorans, basically. Like, that is the whole reason you don't do it, because sure, it's really good and it gives you a big boost of power early into the game. They give you a lot of stats for the gold you spend on them, but they don't build into anything. Basically, that's either the price you pay to survive early when behind, or you're a weaker champion anyway, or the price you pay to snowball the lane. You get kills and you earn more gold from what you will lose when you sell them. Dark Seal is different because it gives you those stats, but you get back 70% of what you spent anyway on them, like instead of 40% like a Doran's Ring, to buy a full item later. We're going to go into actual numbers of cost efficiency later into this video because it shows you why, but it's pretty in depth, so I'm not going to go over it now. Stat wise though, if we get 4 of them, we get 400 mana, 60 AP, which is actually quite a lot, and 100% increased healing from potions. It's going to cost us 1400, which we can sell 4 of those for 980 eventually. But remember as well, Singed turns 25% of all mana into bonus health. This is his passive, so actually this is also giving him 100 health on top of the other stuff because we get 400 mana from the Dark Seals. Also, what it doesn't give you mana regen like a Doran's Ring, for example, you get the mana from corrupting potion, which is 75 per charge, also increased by the percentage as well, so it's actually even more. But it does give you that 400 mana extra to use, so it's longer before you run out. It kind of makes up for the lack of regen even more. So the cost analysis thing is something you can see them on screen. I'm going to put the stats up there and I'm going to go through them very quickly. This is how it looks. Normally I don't do this stuff, I do it behind the scenes of a video, but I think it's interesting to show you for this one. Dark Seal is already massively worth your gold, right? This is the basically comparison between how much gold you put into the item and how much of stats is actually giving you out of it, like what the gold stat value is worth. It's 133% normally, like how much it's worth. The extra 25 HP Singed gets though makes it worth 152% of the gold you spend. Obviously gold efficiency isn't always a good indicator because like it could be random stats on there, right, that don't actually like mean that much but make it sound a lot better, but these are actually all things he wants anyway. This is also not taking into account how much you get back from the 25% increase of healing from potions. The closest way would be to calculate like it as extra health, in which case it'd be over 200%. That is not even counting the AP from the passive either. It's really good on its own just for the stats stats, the raw stats that it gives you, you can sell it back for a lot more anyway. But if you start getting the AP from the stacks to glory stacks, then it goes to 245% or 338%. It might not seem like a lot to you guys, but it's actually a ton. Like, that is ridiculous. Normally an item is considered really strong or kind of overpowered if it's 130%. Like 100% is about normal. So overall, why is it actually so good? Why am I going to bother making a video about it anyway? Because it's like stacking Doran's rings for extra damage early without paying the huge price. It's a way of navigating around Riot's safeguards basically for making champions really good early game when they shouldn't be, and we're kind of abusing that. The reason it's so good early is because you get more regen, more mana, more HP, and more damage without really paying a price for it. You get 70% back of what you're going to spend on the item anyway, and especially with your ultimate actually, you get the regen from that. Then on the other side of it, you get the regen from your corrupting potion plus the increased percentage, and that is nuts together. You also have all of this AP, remember, and then you're slowly going to get more and more tanky with the items you actually purchase. You're more of a tank threat version of Singe basically. You have more damage while still being just as tanky. You're going to beat out all of these other tanks because you have more damage, and you'll beat carry targets because you'll be surprised how much damage you're actually going to do. What we've kind of done with this build is made one of the most irritating builds and picks even worse. I'm sorry if it gets leaked into your solo queue games, but honestly, this is so good. You should definitely go and abuse this. If you want to see this in action, let me know in the comments down below, but you're going to be seeing this a lot more now. Trust me, if this catches on, people are going to realize how good it is, and that's the idea of this video, to really show you guys actually why it is so good and so effective. This is probably going to be the first thing in season 7 that is actually overpowered and going to get an item nerfed because it's way too strong. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thank you very much for watching, and for now, let's go to the robots.